Hey, my loves, welcome back to another episode of 100% Lavish. Today, we are going to talk about something that most people skip past, okay? I feel like we're always caught on the how and the when, not focusing on the what are we going to do to get there. The reason that I'm saying that is because oftentimes we're like, how am I going to do this? I don't know how I'm going to do this. I don't know when this is going to happen. But it's just like we are so focused on that we are unintentionally taking ourselves out of the experience of life. What do you mean by that? What I mean by that is that genuinely when you focus on those things, it causes your brain to think so futuristic that you forget to live in the present. It is okay to think about the future. It is okay to think about the things that are ahead of you, but you also have to remind yourself that you exist now. You are somebody now. So because you are somebody now, you have to do something with that somebody now. So instead of worrying about the how and the when, just focus on what you can do, because oftentimes we don't realize when we just do things, we end up getting the result that we wanted. And I don't mean just out here just doing crazy shit, just like, no. What I mean is making steps towards the goals that you want in life. Like, for instance, if you want to be somebody who does music, you need to just create the music and just release. No overthinking on, oh, this is that, because you never know what people are going to fuck with, because there's somebody out here for everybody. There's too many people in the world to not have somebody fuck with whatever you do. And that goes for anything in life that you do creative wise. That goes for anything in life that you do for like job wise and everything. Like, if you know that you want to get a specific job that requires you to go to school, you don't have to go to college. You can go on online school. There are so many different programs and there are so many different things that we have now. And there are scholarships. There are so many things that we can get now, but we are so caught up on the limited resources that we have. And the whole time, you don't even realize that those resources that you have are useful. Those are your tools. And your journey is your journey. It's not going to look like somebody else's journey. It's not going to act like somebody else's journey. And that's exactly why your journey is your journey. And I need people to remind other people, honestly, that everybody's journey is one-on-one. You cannot copy another nigga and think it's going to successfully work for you. Like, don't get me wrong, you can take a trending idea and you might post it, but it might not do as good as the last person. Why? Because maybe that wasn't for you. But sometimes you have to do things just to see what is for you and what works for you, because living in this experience of life, you don't really know what's going to work. You don't really know how things are going to go. And that's exactly with relationships. You don't know if it's going to last forever. You're just hoping that it does. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing. Like, you're walking by faith, not sight. So the same reason that you can do that in a relationship, the same reason you could do that with your friends, you can also do that within the things that you want in your career. You can give that the same energy. I think sometimes as humans, we overcomplicate things and we be so focused on the whens and the hows we can get some shit to work the way that we want to, when in reality you just have to do to see if it is going to work the way that it needs to, because we cannot control the outcome. I'm gonna be honest, you cannot control the outcome. You can just control what you do. Like, for instance, with all the things that I do, I know for a fact it's all gonna work out. The reason that I know for a fact it's all gonna work out is because not only the work that I put in, because it's evident. It's not a lot of people who can do what I do, and it's me. It's my journey. It is one of one. Of course, I'm not out here doing everything like everybody else. I'm not, because I'm one of one. You have to remind yourself that this life that you are choosing to live, it is up to you. If you wake up today and you chose to not do nothing with your life, if you woke up today and you chose to just sit on your ass all day, you cannot be mad at nobody but you. And you could say, well, oh, I don't have this, I don't have that, I don't have this. Love, if you got a phone, that is a resource. If you have, like, say for instance, you're into art and shit, if you have paper to draw and pencils, that is your resource. You'd be surprised on how people fuck with what you have. When people stunt and when people fake a facade and when people come non-authentic to themselves, I promise you, those are people that we are looking at sideways, because it's no real benefit. It's fake. Who wants to be surrounded by something that is fake? I'm sorry, because I damn sure don't. So you have to remind yourself, just come with what you got. Like, you got to think of the people who started Apple. If I'm not tripping, the guy who started Apple, he started this shit off in his garage. He didn't have a fat ass office. He didn't have co-workers and hella people that was working for him. Well, employees. He didn't have that. He just had himself and a vision. And every day, even though it was hard and even though sometimes it didn't go the way that he wanted to, he wasn't really focused on the how and the when. He was on focus on the what can I do now to make this shit work? What can you do now to make everything that you want in life work now? Like, y'all, I'm getting chills from this shit right now because I realize that oftentimes we really be holding ourselves back because we be so caught up on the shit that we don't have. Focus on what you do have. Focus on who gives to you. Focus on what gives back to you, not what doesn't give to you, not what is not working. What is not working obviously didn't work for a reason. Why are we focused on that? That's just like you having a broken controller and you're still trying to play the game off the broken controller when you know damn well it doesn't work. What can you do to fix that? Get a new controller. If you cannot get a new controller, play a mobile game until you can. Play a mobile game and shit. Start streaming that shit. End up getting income from that shit. Now, boom, you can go get the controller. Like, it is so much shit that we can do to get the things that we want. But we have this limited mindset that is like, oh, I can't do it because I don't have this yet. Well, hell yeah. If you keep thinking like that, hell yeah, it's going to be like that the rest of the time that you keep going for what you are going for. You have to change your mindset. You have to change your perspective. And you have to come into the world with a new lens. Understanding that whatever you want is yours if you really, truly believe it. But you cannot be stuck on the hows and the whens. You got to be stuck on the what can you do today to get one step closer. Because I promise you, your life can change overnight. Your life can change in a minute. Your life can change in 30 seconds. Your life can change in 15 seconds. You'll be surprised on what God can do. Do not question God's work. Because you have to walk by faith, not sight. Because if you walk off of sight all the time, you're going to be so disappointed because you're going to see that oftentimes your reality is not always a reflection of your internal. And it sucks to say it, but it is. It's just how it is. It's life. The whole purpose of life is to experience life. But in order for you to experience life, you have to experiment with life. Are you hearing me? It's not about all the extra shit. All the extra shit is outside noise. Do not get distracted by the outside noise. Remember your main goal. Remember what your body feels called to do. Remember what you want. Stop letting other people dictate what you want to. That's exactly why yesterday's video, if you didn't check that out, go check out yesterday's video that talked about the expectations that we put on ourselves. Oftentimes, it don't even be us. It be a projection of limited mindsets. Change your mindset. Change the way that you are going into this world, looking at things, because I swear to you, the world around you has no choice but to change when you start to change. And you're going to see that you're going to have tower moments. Shit is going to start to crumble from you. Those friends that are not supposed to be around going to go. That relationship that's not supposed to be around going to go. That job that you're not supposed to be at is going to go. You're going to start to feel fed up with all the bullshit. When you start to feel fed up with all the bullshit, that is your body calling you to tell you to change. To stop doing what you are doing in a sense of what is not working for you. What is not satisfying you. And go do things that do satisfy you. Even if it's the little things. The little things make big changes. It might not look like it, but the little things go like this. And the closer that you get to that magnet, it has no choice but to attract. Keep going and keep reminding yourself that you are doing everything that you need to do. You are not off the correct pathway. You are not doing anything wrong. And sometimes it's just your mindset. But you can change your mindset. It takes reprogramming. Retrain your subconscious to you, not your exterior world. Train it to you. Recoach yourself and remind yourself that inner child in you just wants to be seen sometimes. Sometimes when we have those epiphanies about shit and it's like we're feeling deeply about something and you're like, your newer version is like, what the hell are you feeling it for? It's because your inner child is screaming to be seen. Allow yourself to be seen. Allow yourself to be valued. Allow yourself to be open and loved, okay? You have to be open to receive these things. You cannot be closed off and hope that you receive these things. You have to be open. You have to be willing to take the risk of losing. You have to be willing to take the risk of heartbreak. You have to be willing to take the risk knowing that at the end of the day, when you fall, if nobody catches you, you will and God will. You have to remind yourself who you are. You have been through so much. You have came through so much. You have accomplished so much. So what the hell makes you think that you can't keep going? You already came this far. What are we stopping for? You already came this far. Keep fucking going. Stop focusing on the hows and the whens. Focus on what you can do now. I promise you, y'all. I promise you, y'all. The world will cooperate. It will cooperate because it has no choice. It has no choice. It just requires patience and walking with faith, not by sight. I'm not going to say, people be like, don't lean on your own understanding. I'm not going to tell you that, because honestly, you should tap into those questions that you have. You should tap into those feelings that you have. But you have to remind yourself to walk by faith, not sight. There's a difference. Because I feel like if you're not leaning on your own understanding, you're going to be leaning on somebody else's understanding of life. Don't do that. And no, guys, I'm not trying to take away from the Bible. Like, use your discernment, please. But what I am saying is that sometimes based off of what you understand is based off of what you are going to do. But you have to remind yourself that you're also not going to understand everything. But if you want to understand something, study it. It's like a class. Whatever you are interested in, go study that to understand that, so that you can finally put into action in the work toward doing it. But in order for you to understand it and experiment with it, you have to experiment. You have to just be willing to take actions without knowing. Does that make sense? And then the more that you understand it, the more fluent that you become at whatever it is that you do. Remind yourself that your pathway is your path. 11:11 on the clock. Remind yourself that your path is your path. And that, yes, some things you will not understand, but if you want to understand it, study it. Some things will not make sense, but eventually over time, it will make sense. Allow yourself time to get everything that you want to get. There is no rush. The only person who is rushing is you. One more time. The only person who is rushing is you. Everybody else is outside noise. Do not let them distract you from your end goal. Do not let them make it seem like you are doing wrong because you're not doing what they did. Oftentimes, parents project because you're not living the pathway that they lived, and they feel like they gave you more resources than what they had. Well, allow me to use the resources that you gave me without having to take your pathway. That goes for family, that goes for relationships, that goes for friends, any connection that can alter your view on things. Remind yourself, this is your pathway. Can't nobody live your life but you. 12:12 on the clock. Can't nobody live your life but you, okay? That is today's message, my loves. And thank you for tuning in to 100% Lavish. I love you. God loves you. And please stay blessed.